Hello. Guess what? Very, very important question. First, I want to say thank you for all of the new subscribers. If you have subscribed, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for helping me grow. Also, if you have not subscribed, please follow your channel. Just let me know. All right. All right. So let's get into it. Today, we are going to talk about why it is important to not give away your bricks while you are building. This this talk was inspired um, based on a conversation that I had just this past week. People feel overwhelmed, they feel spread thin, and then on top of that, you to where you can say no. Okay. So before we get started again, thank you for allowing me to share my experiences, and hopefully something that I say will help you based on my own personal experiences and my experiences in dealing and working with other people. Okay, let's get to it. Stop giving away your bricks. All right, first we're going to define what together how you want it to be. Okay, so bricks are your work, all of those things. Four types of bricks. Now, another one that comes up a lot is information. Okay, so when I say information, have you ever heard of an ask hole? Not the cuss word, but an ask hole. It's a person who asks questions, not necessarily to get an answer, but to try to fill you out, and they don't even really want to know the answer. They never um, follow through with the answer that they're given. So that is a type of brick. Information is a brick. Okay. So you can give information and it never be used, and you've given away a brick. Okay. So one of the first steps in like not giving away your bricks while you're building is prioritize how you delegate your resources. Prioritize how you delegate your time, your energy, your finances, your connections, and your information. Okay. A second step in making sure that you don't give away your bricks while you are building is to find silent mentors. Now, what is a silent mentor? It's not a term that people use a lot because nobody, maybe I coined it, I don't know. But what's important about silent mentors is there are people who are attached to you or around you who could serve in a mentor capacity, but because of limitations on like time and so what you can do is you can designate them as silent mentors. So basically they will be people you their obstacles area that you're struggling in, and you just maybe don't feel comfortable going to someone and asking for assistance in that area, then designate a silent mentor. Okay. And that somebody, they don't even have to know that they're a silent mentor. It's just someone you admire who um, does something very well, and you want to learn from them without infringing on their time. Okay. So another step that's really important in making sure you're not giving away your bricks while you are building is you don't ask others to build for you. Okay. Take the time to do your own research. Um, Leave other people's bricks alone. All right. That their time, their energy, their finances, their connections, their information. If you have a solid professional or personal relationship with someone and you mention that you are trying to accomplish something in a solid professional or a solid personal relationship, it's almost second nature for those resources and time to be offered. Okay. There's a huge difference between it being offered and information being siphoned out of someone, or time being siphoned from someone, finances being siphoned from someone, and even connections being siphoned. Huge difference. Okay. So as you progress and start to manifest the goals that you want and that you have in mind, tend to your bricks. If you are tending to the bricks of others, then you're not only losing time, but you are putting them in a position where they're giving away their bricks while they are building. We are born with the resources and the capacity to achieve the things that we need to achieve to set forth on our purpose in this life from birth. Okay. And once you understand that, you don't want to bother other people's bricks, but you also want to protect the bricks that you have as well. Okay. So when I say don't ask others to build for you, it means leave others people's bricks alone. Okay. Don't try to take things from other people to build your own. Um, you didn't take the time to dig up the sand and fire and shape the bricks and put them in the kiln. So you're taking away from their experience, but you're also cheating yourself from going through that process of learning as well. Okay. And it's something that is not taught in school. It's not really taught in churches. So you don't know. If you don't know, you can't do, right? But when you know better, you do better. So people understand that people who can do something will do something. Okay. People who can't, they will not. People who want to do something, they will do it. Okay. People who do not want to do something, they're not going to do it. Okay. So the time that it takes to try to convince someone to do something, or that, you know, the time that it takes for someone to like try to convince you to give your bricks away, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, because that time could be spent working on your own house, building your own house. And when I say house, it's a theoretical house. It's not necessarily a tangible house that you're building brick by brick, but it is the brick of your life, the house of your life. Okay, the foundation of character skills, the internal work that you have to do, the degrees, the certifications, whatever you have to do. Those are your bricks. Okay, the time that it takes to acquire those things, those are your bricks also. Okay, time, energy, finances, connections, and information. Protect your bricks. Okay. To earn more, you have to be dedicated to learning more. We know this. Some people don't know this, but sometimes the difference between them not knowing and knowing is just who reach out to get your bricks. All right. Or ask for your bricks, or ask for a chunk of your bricks. Don't penalize them the information that you. There's this old saying: if you give a man a fish, you feed him once. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. When it comes to building anything, I don't care if it's a business, if it's building a career, if it's building financial stability, any of those things, building a network or building business relationships, any of those things, it takes bricks to build. Okay, so be very cognizant of how you delegate your resources. All right, the five major resources, the five bricks are your time, your energy, your finances, your connections, and your information. Okay, so um, embrace the possibility as you build of becoming a possibility model, and not necessarily being a role model. Okay, don't even look for role models. We're all going through this human experience. We are all going through things. People, don't like being called role models. There are lots of people in the public eye who just can't stand being viewed as role models, and that's okay. Look at them as possibility models. Okay, they're possibility models. They are examples of what is possible, right? Each person has their own role, so it makes no sense to look at someone as a role model. So not only do you want to seek out possibility models and be open to them, but also be aware that one day you may become a possibility model as well. Learn how to say no, learn how to accept no. Okay, so to to protect your brick of time, your bricks of time, learn to say no, learn to accept no. Okay, because guess what? When you ask somebody something and they tell you no, they're saving both your time and their time, because the time that it took for you to ask that question, you could have already gotten your answer. I have this thing where, especially since we're in a technological age, anything you want to know is goes for resources, how to do something, all those things. Don't wait for somebody else, okay, to do it for you or guide you through that process. You can do it on your own. You just have to know where to start. Anything you want to know is no more than 2 mouse clicks or 2 phone calls away. Trust me. All right. So hopefully I said something that was helpful. I appreciate anybody who comes into my live streams. Please feel free to check in, sign I call it a guest book in the chat. Just tell me your name and where you're from. I would like to get to know a lot of my viewers. Other than that, hopefully something I said resonated. And if so, please feel free to like, share. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have already would like to ask me, please feel free to either leave them in the comments or use the contact information listed below this video. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.